Alright, so we've been having a lot of fun here on Crusader Kings, but I want everybody in the audience today to just, like, do me a favor. Tab back to the Crusader Kings window, because I know you're already doing your online shopping. And just, like, visualize against this loading screen the protagonist of our story, Mala. Just an innocent, sadistic murderer with a sweet, baby, sadistic murderer sister. Just picture her standing next to her, like, stalwart, weird, pervert coward of a husband. Alright? Have you got it fixed in your eye? Just, like, get it right there in the center of the screen. You have the, like, their spectral image there. Alright. Bring us back out. Holy fucking shit, she's huge.
So fucking tall.
In fairness, I don't think our husband is very tall.
6.5, 7 feet tall.
Just like, is the husband a gnome? Because if not, I think that she's still pretty fucking tall.
I mean, people in the past were shorter probably because nutrition was worse, so...
Are you saying Mala's not from the past?
I get, maybe. I mean, it's not like there were no tall people, but, like, on average, you know,
to
like,
be fair,
average,
she's
like,
from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
Also, is that, is that
even...
Lumpy or Dumps down there?
I think that's Dumpers.
Dumpers. I love Dumpers. Right. He's my son, and I love him.
Okay, so let's see. I think these
what did
are
I
both
miss?
Yeah.
What did I miss?
A lot of boring stuff happened.
Oh, great.
We became the Duchy of Draculacula's monster.
I'm really glad to see that on the world map.
Yeah, so we kicked this lady out of control of the duchy and became...
What's that? Wait, hang on. Go back. What was that baby head, like, over there in Parents? What's that, like, baby-headed thing? No, like, is that down in Parents, like, High Chief?
Oh.
Okay.
So, they changed the way hairstyle inheritance works with the patch. And the side effect is a lot of people are now bald for inexplicable reasons.
Are they gonna hotfix that?
Including Countess and Lumpy.
Yeah, God, we're so... Okay, I guess I'm just assuming that, like, we were standing way in the foreground. I think I was just assuming that we were standing way in the foreground from our husband.
Yeah, no. This is him standing way in the foreground from us, and then...
Is there like a listed height that we can view?
No. The interesting thing is there is actually a trait for being really tall, but we don't actually have it. So...
Oh God!
So we're naturally just stupidly huge.
No, this just like we're just stand among the Nephilim apparently.
Yeah. Alright, so here we are. We just took... You died. You started reading the patch notes, and then you got to the patch note that was Rutskarn has been removed from the game, and you just went like, and then poofed.
Yeah, let's just get underway here. Let's you can catch me up
so then we like that whole rest of the next episode that we did was just we took on the Duchess of Transylvania and became the Duchess of Transylvania. So... And that's it. Like, we haven't done anything here to manage any of this, so, like, we're gonna need to go through and, like, fix our council and look at our vassals who are probably all hate us.
Is it just because we're sadists that everybody still hates us?
Well, okay, so... well, yes, that is part of the reason that everybody still hates us, but, these are all powerful vassals who expect to be on the court, so this is kind of a balancing act that you have to play, where, ideally you want to staff your council here with the best people, with the highest of the stats in the particular place that you want them. But if you
like
don't
Luis
put
Guzman is going to get mad at
vassals-
us if we don't actually put him in the council because he's a big name actor and he should be on the council.
Right, exactly. He expects to, you know, there's prestige associated with it. He expects to have a place on the council. So we need to figure out what we can do here. This guy's got 13 martial, which is pretty damn good compared. Like, that's equal to our other Yeah, the mayor. This is one of the ladies that was already one of our vassals beforehand, so she doesn't hate us. But we're gonna need to take a look here.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm having a dumb moment. I want to take care of real quick. Is her name just Mare?
No.
Is it
Mare?
Oh, so she is like the mayor of place.
Yeah, she's a mayor.
Okay.
I don't know
great.
why that's not like localized into a var. Maybe that's just what Turkish speakers call mayors is mayor. I don't know. But remember, most people don't have, like, first and last names in this period, so it's just, one name for everybody. Okay, so we've got this one powerful vassal. She's got 17 diplomacy. That's pretty good. She is also sadistic, so she probably doesn't hate us for that. No. No, she does hate us for it, despite being sadistic herself.
She sees herself in us, and that familiarity breeds contempt.
Do we care about
basically
he's just
I haven't seen
knight,
Hannibal,
yeah.
but this is exactly the plot of Hannibal.
The plot of Hannibal.
Unfortunately, she's already Orthodox, so we can't get points by asking her to convert to Orthodoxy. It would be a real shame to lose out on our 23 stewardship steward here. Who we got? Yeah, no, we're not getting rid of that. Okay. We can put Joachim, if you remember,
Mad hates us.
We were talking about maybe taking his county. We were actually at war with him briefly, but yeah.
We gonna do it? We're just gonna take the leap despite that, like, incredibly savage dislike of us?
We could, I suppose, try to taunt him into rebelling.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, fuck it. It's gotta be a lot easier to get to the negative.
Is pretty good herself. She's also got 16 diplomacy, which means she could be a backup if this other mayor person doesn't work out.
And nearly uniquely in the entire world, she's amicable towards us.
But this guy does have a lot of troops. Like, if this guy rebels, that could be a problem. We have more troops right now, but, he might have allies that he could bring in and stuff. So it might be a good idea to placate him.
It's interesting to consider the idea of an upwardly mobile person who literally nobody likes.
I mean, it's not entirely unusual.
On the one hand, I guess, but it's like, you get to the top with no friends. It's like, I didn't come here to make friends, and I don't.
We really shouldn't switch out our Spymaster, because the first person that doesn't absolutely hate us has a 9 in intrigue, which isn't actually all that much worse than this lady. Oh, he's ambitious. So him being ambitious, we might placate him by making him a counselor for a while, but he's probably going to join factions against us anyway.
Well, in that case, why bother? I mean, like, he loathes our stinking guts.
It might just be a good idea to just get it over with and incite these guys to launch a faction and try to rebel now, and then just crush them rather than wait. There's also Moldavia over here. Oh, hey, the Khazars ate this. This used to be Bulgarian. When did that happen?
Khazar.
I'm gonna blame
also
more
Moldavia.
save issues. Every time we load the game,
is the same save we left on.
A new city-state seems to have emerged every time we leave.
Oh, the Magyars are getting eaten as well. Oh boy. So they're just taking that one county there. Yeah, so the Hungarians might not become Hungarians, as it turns out. But yeah, so Moldavia is again our general target here. We can Holy War for Kingdom him. He is allied with the Jarl of Småland, which is way over here in Sweden, which means he's not going to get any help.
We've talked about this before.
However,
we have 100% talked about that before.
Yeah, there are several Slovakian religion members over here who might feel obligated to jump in and assist. So we need a bigger army for that. Alright, so here's what we should also do here. Okay, there are several things we should do. One, this guy is endorsing us, so we don't need to sway him anymore. So, let's sway our Spymaster so she doesn't fucking murder us. So...
That's the best kind of Spymaster, is the one who has basically been,
schemes.
like, carroted sticked into not, like, sticking your head on a pike outside your rec room.
Well, you'll remember, right up until you disappeared, we were the Spymaster of this lady who was the Duchess of Transylvania, and she did not carrot and stick us with by just giving us the Duchy of Transylvania, so we had to take action.
She doesn't like us.
It's interesting that this person... Oh, it's probably because she's a kid. So she's actually probably our most powerful vassal, or will be when she grows up. We should be careful about that. I wonder if she has... Yeah, so she actually has a claim to the Kingdom of Bulgaria. What's going on down here? Liberty War, Peasant Revolt. Typical Byzantine politics. Alright, let's... Why are these things up here? Let's get going here. Let's see if we can... host a feast. That might make everybody like us a little bit more. It'll cost $100, but under the circumstances, I want to get things a little more stable before we try to go doing any offensive wars, and $100 is acceptable. Alright, send the invitation. Oh!
Well...
So our Spymaster just died of old age.
Oh, we're gonna stick in that sketch. Okay, then we had that person on tap who's like a decent candidate, right?
Actually, we could bring Irgay over to Spymaster and make this guy our marshal, and that might delay
All right, you
him.
know what? Do it for the fucking Vine. I want to see how this shakes out. Let's stick Sinister Untrustworthy into our martial position and wait for him to inevitably betray us.
It's better if he's in marshal than Spymaster. Why? Oh man, everybody's bald. All right, he doesn't hit us too badly. So, in that case, let's actually try to sway him. 68%. I might be able to placate him. A cheery gathering. There are raiders coming in here.
Okay. Do we have a levy ready to go?
We've got the Bitter Winter Band that we could raise.
Love that band.
They should be able to take these guys on. They're probably
can't wait until social distancing ends so I can go out to see the Bitter Winters play at the Black Spring.
Why does this always happen to our wine? The wine has all gone bad. Yeah, let's 50 gold again.
Yeah, let's buy a fucking round.
I like that 150 gold is
we have
about as much to throw a party as it is to conscript an army for 3 years.
That sounds about right, actually. Did you guys ever like read that list of alcohol consumed by the founding fathers after like the Declaration of Independence was signed?
I did not.
Sorry, what was that?
One
I was
second, I'll
reading,
bring
I
up the
didn't quite hear
source.
what you said.
So the bar tab for the party held to celebrate the framing of the Constitution.
This would be like the late 1780s.
Yeah, like 1787. They drank 54 bottles of Madeira wine, 60 bottles of Bordeaux wine, 8 bottles of old stock whiskey, 22 bottles of porter ale, 8 bottles of hard cider, 12 jugs of beer, and 7 large bowls of punch. There was 55 guests.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, Americans were super alcoholics for a long time there after the founding of the United States.
So, for anyone paying
That was,
attention here, pretty
that was
much
no
the
joke.
bare, like, raw minimum anyone was drinking that night was 2 bottles of wine, and that was basically, like, to get started. Adjusted for inflation, the cost was $17,000.
Was Franklin even at that party? Didn't he die before the... No, he must have been. He was probably around for that. Because he has that famous quote where he says, "A republic if you can keep it." Blah blah blah.
Let's say he drank 60 of those bottles.
I mean, it's Benjamin Franklin, and he's like 85 years old at this point. It doesn't fucking matter. All right, let's see here. Countess Count approaches Enguerrand, who is apparently our husband. This is a marvelous feast. All my compliments to the host. So we can say, yes, I have done a great job, haven't I? Gain 150 prestige, and Ergubrugura doesn't like us quite as much for 10 years. Or we can...
If anybody ever calls anything I ever do a laudable effort, I'm taking that as an insult.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Ooh.
Is that
could
good?
Be useful for getting our... Yeah, so direct vassal is like the counts under us and everything. So +5 to that wouldn't be bad. We'll gain 10 stress because we're arrogant, but it's not that big a deal.
We also don't lose one of the 3 people in the entire world who does not despise us.
I mean, he is intimidated. Alright, let's do that. Alright. Hello, sir. Get off my land.
Okay.
In the middle of having a feast, by the way, an army is fighting an army of raiders outside the castle gates.
I have my husband Enguerrand to thank for much of the success, and I feel nothing but gratitude as he sees the last few guests off. And you just reach over and you pat his head.
He tried to pat his head and miss because he's so much shorter than you.
Like the perspective on this, we've confirmed that the perspective in that image there was wildly off. Like you were standing like 3 feet in the foreground.
He's standing on a stool.
No, he's standing in the foreground. The guests leave and he just climbs onto a stool.
As the party ends and the guests leave, your husband climbs up onto his wife's stool so that he can talk to you, and he leans in and whispers in your ear, "This was a laudable effort."
We have a very serious set of protocols here. He's not allowed to talk to us unless he stands on the stool.
We can't hear him, he's too far down.
Mala, where's your husband Enguerrand? Oh, he's around here somewhere. I'm sitting right next to you. Who said that?